Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. What games were you playing in 1981? We last left off with Ladybug. The incomparable Ladybug. The best way to hold off those maze craze enthusiasts until we get Miss Pac-Man next year. And after that, let's see what our next game is. We're now playing all the video games that we couldn't find a definite release date for in alphabetical order, which leaves us with, putting in the palm of our hand, Las Vegas. Not the city, the handheld, by Bandai for North America. Let's take a look at the box for Las Vegas. A hard-to-come-by handheld because Bandai is more popular in Japan, and this would be the North American release. It says you can score 1,000 points if you get the big jackpot, but this whole game is not really a game you'd expect for casino. It's the same old formula we've seen for handhelds. You get the easy twitch moving back and forth, collecting things. It's very charming, a perfect handheld for 1981. The bright pink aesthetic probably scared people away, or maybe drew them in. And let's put it in the palm of our hand. This is Las Vegas, released by Bandai America at some point in 1981. And there it is. So for the first thing we'll do is let's put in, push the button for the time, and we'll start with game 1, and we're in. The 2 buttons on either side, very similar to Game & Watch. You just control, I already lost one, moving the guy left and right, and you just collect the coins. So it has nothing to do with gambling or slot machines or anything like that. You'd expect it to be a handheld that you're playing slots or roulette, but nope. It's the handheld formula we've seen by Game & Watch, which, a tip to Nintendo's credit, they must have been doing something right with so many people copying the formula of, let's play a simple game that is also a clock. You can see this one also has time. You can keep track on the side. So with the success of Nintendo, all the copycats show exactly how many units they were selling. All right, so we can see if we have game mode 2 in there. Pretty sure it's the same formula, just more difficult. Yeah. Or it looks pretty much about the same. And you just keep playing, and if you feel like getting a better high score next time, go for it. But that's Las Vegas by Bandai. For all the handhelds we played up to this point, it's pretty standard. Because it doesn't have a lot of variety or anything different going for it, I'm going to say still around the average range. 2.5 stars, slightly below, just because it's not doing anything special. It has the 2 left and right buttons, but it's the usual handheld for 1981. Enough said. Let's press forward and see what our next game is. All right, it's time to play Laser Attack on the TRS-80 color computer. This one we don't have a lot of information for, so we're just going to pop in and play some Laser Attack. This is by Spectral Associates, released at some point in 1981. Laser Attack was later changed the name to Laser Command when it was part of the Treasure Collection. Oh, here we go. This one's in Basic. I'm pretty confident that our color computer games will run for us. Most of the time, the home computer games, you don't know what's going to happen. Like this, I don't know what's happening. You are getting sleepy, very sleepy. Is this the loading screen for Laser Command? Let's try pushing. Or maybe this is the game. Laser Command is just a spiral, showing off the impressive graphics on the TRS-80 color computer. Anything? No, there you go. Use the joystick to control the cursor and press the joystick button to fire. You got 25 points for missiles, 125 for cruise missiles. Yes, got to get those points in there. Each attack wave is worth more and is harder. Of course it is. And we're in? Yes, we are in. Okay, so this one is controlled with the analog joystick, and the cursor moves around. Okay, so we've seen something similar like this before on the Coco. The way that it works is you move the analog joystick around, and it's playing like a Missile Command clone, but it's not giving you the same freedom or smoothness of Missile Command. So as I move around, I'm getting like, to me it feels like a lag, but it's the way it's drawing the cursor that I need to move the reticle around. It's giving a pause or delay. Oh, they already blew up a city for us. So eventually when I get the cursor to the right spot, then it shows up. Yeah, it's clunky. Slow for sure. Considering we played one of the best Missile Command ports that you could play on the Coco. Blew me away. This one is, oh man, it's painful. Yeah, because the cursor is flashing in and out. So for example, let's say I want to move it over to the left. My screen, my cursor's flashing on the right now. As soon as I move it to the left, look at how it's that choppy to get over to the other side of the screen. Oh man. Yeah, that one's rough. That is Laser Attack, or later changed the name to Laser Command on the TRS-80 color computer. It is not fun. I'm going to say bad. Of all the games we played up to this point, especially for home computer games or Missile Command type games, it's in the bad range. I'm going to go for 1.5 stars for that one. Yes, very difficult to do precision, which is a shame, but the analog joystick for the TRS-80 is pretty cool. Unique for the time when Atari had that digital joystick. All right, so with a poor showing on the TRS-80 color computer, let's press forward and see what our next game is. It's time to go to the arcades, and this is Laser Battle, which is the first release for it, I believe, by Sinclair. Let's take a look at the artwork for Laser Battle. Yes, Sinclair introduces Laser Battle. There you go, nice artwork. They're just going to rip off as many space movies as they can. And then we look at the arcade PCB. And then for control panel, looks like we have a 4-way joystick and 4 different buttons to fire. Interesting. Okay, haven't seen that one before. Yeah, the program that shows us what we're supposed to control is a little confused. So you have a joystick to move, and then you have 4 different firing buttons. And there's our arcade marquee for Laser Battle. All right, let's go to the arcades and check out Laser Battle, released at some point in 1981 by Sinclair. So we are in Europe. And even more specifically, we'd be in Spain. All right, let's put a coin in and see what Laser Battle's all about. And push and start. There we go, get a cutscene. Nice little ditty with music. All right, so I move myself around the screen, and the ship is able to fire 4 different directions. And as I move around, I'm supposed to target and shoot the gold parts, I'm guessing, while avoiding all the missiles on the outside. So it's, I would say, a very unique game. We haven't seen this concept before. So Sinclair has done something that we haven't seen yet. We have seen ships that we've controlled that allow you to shoot in different directions, but... and at that moment we get blown up. The sound effects are not playing for us. We are playing video games that are the more obscure and rare. They're going through different public domain songs right now. Let's play all of Beethoven and Bach while we're at it. We've already heard so much Mozart, Beethoven, and Bach for public domain songs. Yeah, sound effects aren't working just because of how rare the game is. I want to see the next screen, but we do have a special treat because this game, ladies and gentlemen, was first introduced in Europe, but then it came to North America. And then right after Laser Battle, we got Lazarian. So if the game looked familiar, and like, that name doesn't sound the best. Lazarian is the one we got in North America. So picked up by Bally Midway. It's the exact same game to my knowledge, and the marketing's just slightly different. So if we look at the artwork for Lazarian, there it is by Bally Midway. Completely changes it up. In fact, it kind of misleads you. It's a robot octopus monster with robotic tentacles coming after you. And there's the example of the cabinet we got for Lazarian. Nice, slick with the green on the sides. Awesome. And then the arcade PCB and the wrong control panel. We didn't get the correct one. And there we go, arcade marquee for Lazarian. Really cool. At least they kind of got the ship right on the marquee. All right, we also have a manual for this one. Here's the Bally Midway parts and operating manual for the arcade. And you can see the different types of systems there. The upright cocktail and how they refer to it, the Mini. All right, let's see if they tell us anything about Lazarian or Laser Battle. So if we go to the table of contents, I'm looking for... Does it have... Maybe the introduction has something for us. Lots of technical information. Yeah, here we go. So Lazarian's a 1 or 2 player game. There are 3 models: the upright mini and cocktail table. When the 2-player mode selected on the upright or mini, the players take turns, and of course cocktail, you flip back and forth. When you play in this game, you're the pilot of a space fighter stationed in various places to rescue one of your stranded ships and to defend your sector of space against any and all types of hazards. In the first phase of the first mission of gameplay, one of your sister ships is in trouble, sending out an SOS, completely surrounded by meteors which are held in a tight circle around it, separating by interlocking force fields. Your task is to shoot the force fields as they turn yellow. You must rescue all the meteors before you're able to rescue your sister ship. After rescuing it, you avoid meteorites coming at you and destroy the meteors circling around you before your fuel runs out. And then after you accomplish that, the spaceship's refueled and you're sent to the second phase of your mission. Oh, okay, so when we played this originally in Europe, we didn't see the next phase. So it has different phases or different screens to see. And it says after it repeats the few screens, then your skill level increases and you advance further. Lazarian's new feature is the ability for your spaceship to fire to the left, right, up, and down, giving you a greatly increased firepower. That's interesting. Now, I'd like to know exactly when the first one was released in Europe. These are some of the games we couldn't find the definite release dates for. The object of the game is to have fun and survive as long as possible while constantly improving your skills and destroying as many of the enemy as you can. As you do this, each successive mission will be harder to complete. There you go. That's what video games are all about. The objective of the game is to have fun. All right, let's pop in and play Lazarian. We're going to the arcades. Released at some point in 1981 by Bally Midway. So it should be, at least to my knowledge, the exact same game as Laser Battle. So let's put a coin in and see what it's like. Yes, we get the same classical music. And yes, controls are the same. 4-way shots. No, I don't know if they added more tracks to it, but it's just hilarious hearing the public domain music. All right, they're giving us tips of where to shoot next. All right, so the SOS happens, and now what happens now? Oh gosh, maybe you just... Oh, you're supposed to enter the red zone. I gotta follow the directions, the arcade directions. Go, go, go. Now destroy the... Oh... The meteors are firing bullets at me. All right, so moving to the center, and now we're here. Go, go, go. Oh, man, yeah, you have to stay inside the center circle and dodge and then fire. Oh, you can enter... Whoa, you can continue after we're inserting a coin within 10 seconds. Go, 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 putting a coin in, push and start. That is the first time we've ever seen an arcade game do that. Oh, and we're continuing where we left off. No way. That's awesome. So it is the very first time we've ever seen an arcade game say, quick, there's 10 seconds, enter another coin, and you'll continue to play. I didn't expect us to see that. For Laser Battle or Lazarian to be the first game to ever do that. I'm used to arcade games doing that, telling you, all right, it's if you want to continue, you have 9, 8, 7, 6, and someone's about to die. Now, we do have 4-way shots for this game, but you can't fire the next shot until the first one is gone or makes contact with the enemy. Same with Space Invaders. No way, now we're in a tunnel? Whoa, okay, cool. I am very impressed, Sicaria. Yeah, you can fire left, right, up, and down. You got 4-way shots. But, oh, my top shot wasn't working now. I don't know why. Now, here we go. Look, the player can continue game by inserting coin within 10 seconds. Very first time we've ever seen that. We've seen arcade games, though, take over where we left off. Can I just go... Okay, I want to let me shoot up. Oh, man, it is tricky, though. That's right, and we'll be checking out Vanguard by the time we get to the V's. If we get to the V's, it feels like we've been in 1981 forever. Look at that! And we got different enemies to fight, the barriers are breaking down. Oh yeah, very, very ambitious game. Wow! And the fact that you can keep going if you have enough money, just keep playing and playing and playing. But it only... Wow, and it did a checkpoint. So now we're doing a checkpoint from this place. Wow, okay, yeah, now I want to focus and keep playing. That's pretty cool. Player can keep going. All right, here we go. We got enough money. Let's put another coin in, push and start. Where does it take us back to? Exactly where we left off. Wow. Okay, yeah, this takes the cake as the arcade game that you can keep going. We've already seen, I would say probably 3 or 4 other arcade games in 1981 that allowed you to continue where you left off and just keep playing until you see the end. Whew. Awesome. I was going to give it props for giving us music, but now after we hear the exact same song over and over again, it doesn't get the same props anymore. All right, here we go. Going to the next phase. Let's see how we make it through this. Oh, gosh, yeah. Now we got him chasing after us. All right, let's continue. Let's see if it has the checkpoint of that location. It does. Wow, that's awesome. And you just make it your way to the ship. Wow, this is great. All you needed to do is just make a game that allowed you to continue, and it makes you want to put in more coins to see more. I don't think I can blow these up. Yeah, this is just dodge. Gotta dodge it. Yes. Okay, we got it. Okay, now let's see what's next. Wow, now we aim for the eye, and we get to blast. It's regenerating like it's a living monster that's regenerating. Whoa. All right, going again and push another, got another coin in and push and start. If you're just now joining us, we're playing every single video game in order of release. We're in 1981, and this is Lazarian. The very surprising Lazarian. How in the world do I get to the eye? Can I just push? Oh, wow, yeah, that's hard. And there's no turbo or auto fire. You gotta keep pushing over and over and over again. Plus, think of the scope of the screen. We're zoomed out a little bit because we have the artwork around the outside. So this isn't giving us the... Can I blow those guys up on the side? Come here. Oh, they just repeat. Okay. Never mind. Yep, can't get rid of them. And they do have a timer at the top. They're doing the fuel timer. So if my fuel runs out, I am out of luck. I don't know how I can get and dodge. Wow, yeah, that's really difficult, but I want to do it. And because it saves where we are in the arcade game, I want to keep going. All right, put another coin in Lazarian. Let's go. All the lunch money is going in here. Can we make it past? It looks like the eye... I'm trying to see how many different directions it can fire in. It looks like it can fire... Yeah, it's able to go... And the shot they give us on this screen is really, really short. So it's hard to... All right, we're going in. Go, 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 go. Yes! Oh, man, now we go to a second boss battle? No way! Oh my gosh, I don't believe it. And the flashing is nuts, but it's the second form. It's the very first time we've had a video game that has a second form of a boss in the arcades. And I'm fighting the eyeball. You gotta hit it 4 times to move on? Oh my gosh, look at this. Whoa! That is awesome. I'm pretty sure we're going to restart and just get more difficult now, right? Yeah, okay, so now it goes back to the first mode, and then you continue playing harder, harder, harder difficulties. Wow. All right, so was not expecting that. I actually thought this was the only thing the game had for it, but luckily we had the North American release with the manual by Bally Midway. And then it keeps going. Let's see if we can get into the... Yeah, and then you go to the SOS, move into the center. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, Lazarian is fantastic. Okay, so this is both of the games. So for Laser Battle and Lazarian, I am very, very pleasant surprised. Yeah, I'm already seeing 5 from the chat. Of all the games we played up to this point, it does one thing we've never seen before, which is it's keeping checkpoints. And when we put money in, we can continue where the checkpoint is in the arcade. There was one other game that did that, but it wasn't saving the spot on the screen. It was just saving the screen you came at. This one, if you look over on the video clip, when you move to the next level, it saved on that level if you died. And we've never seen that. We've seen it save whenever you go to a new screen, but not save on a certain place in the arcade. And let you just keep pumping quarters in to play and keep going. So that's the first thing we've ever seen before. And then we have all the different game modes. It is not scrolling. It is a fixed screen game. But I'm amazed that it went through that many game modes, which we've had a few other arcade games do that, like Fantasy. Fantasy had 10 different screens or ways to play. And but I'm gonna give it to it as the first game we've ever seen that has the 4-way shot, moving around and shooting at the same time, and had the boss battle and the second form of a boss battle. So I'm gonna say, yeah, this one's all the way. This one's a 5-star. Just because, oh, that's right, the music. Oh no, yeah, well, hold on. Yep, I'm gonna do 4.5. Yeah, that's true. And we didn't hear the sound effects. It does have sound effects, but to no fault of the emulation, we'll say 4.5 stars. So it is up there. One of the best games you could play, but not to the point that it's the best of the best. But Laser Battle and Lazarian, blown away. Of all the games we played up to this point, in the context of all the video games, it's awesome. Check out Lazarian. All right, and with that, let's see what our next game is. Wasn't expecting that. All right, let's now go back home to our Atari home computer, and this is Lemonade, which we saw first on the Apple II. Let's take a look at the box for Lemonade. Another release by APX, either on cassette or disc, by Bob Polero. Way to go, Bob. Programs by our users for our users. Atari home computers are so versatile, and this is the tagline of APX. They want to make everything easier, programs that are written by everyone who owns an Atari home computer. And does it have any information about... No, it does not. So back of the box doesn't have anything about Lemonade Stand. Do we have any other artwork for Lemonade? Nope, nothing there. Yeah, the APX box and the TI-99 boxes and the IBM PC boxes, they all look like software, not video games. They're not really appealing to the gamer. Any other versions? Nope. All right, let's pop it and play some Lemonade Stand. Released at some point in 1981. By APX, or just Lemonade, if you will. All right, so if you checked out the Apple II episode, Lemonade is one of the very first business management simulation games you could play. And it's really simple. You're a kid with a lemonade stand, and you just make decisions like how much you want to charge for glasses, how much money you have, and it's asking now, how many glasses do we want? We'll do 5. And then how many signs at 12 cents a pop? We'll do 1 sign. And then how much do we want to charge for our lemonade? And this is, I think, in cents. So we'll say 10 cents. And we say, okay, yes. And then what it does is it says what we've done, how much we made, how much we sold, which price it was, our income, what expenses we got, the profit, and then assets. So every day that you make decisions for your lemonade stand, it gives you all the stats for it, and then you move to the next day. So how many glasses do we want to do now? Let's do 7. And then signs, let's do 1 sign again. And then how much do we want for a price per glass? Let's do, it was 10 cents. Let's do 15 and say, okay, yes. And then it's going to add it all up, and we made some money. Uh-oh, inflation, because there's a heat wave. All right, so if you did see the Apple II episode, this one doesn't have the same presentation as the Apple II. Apple II had like a cutscene showing you the day and what the weather was like outside, and then it went into asking you the questions. This one just has the words inflation, heat wave. Yeah, so the Apple II one, I would give it higher marks than this one, but it is a very simple business management simulation game. If you're not really into simulation games, you wouldn't like it, but it is like the intro to how to play a management game, because you're just dealing with lemonade. It's just a few cents, right? So lots of fun. Of all the games we played up to this point, I'd say it's about average. Do I want to say it's, because it's not really kicking as much as the Apple II, I'll say 2.5 stars. It could be better. It is still fun to play, though. Check it out if you can. This was all over on whenever internet was starting to have just Java games. You know, people were copying this formula. Yeah, no graphics. Sorry, you don't get to see the lemonade. All right, that was Lemonade for the Atari home computer. Let's see what's next. Our next game is going to be on the Bally Astrocade. This is Letter Match, Spell and Score, and Crosswords. Oh man, Bally, you're really not pushing the video game console wars with Letter Match, Spell and Score, and Crosswords. Let's take a look at the box. And the front has all three of the games, 3 different games to improve your vocabulary and reinforce spelling skills. Uh-oh, this sounds educational. Letter Match, pairs randomly selected on the computer, spell and score, create as many words as you can, and then Crosswords, where you play a crossword game. 1 or 2 players, and we have a manual for this one. Very rare. Don't know if it's home scanned or not, but it just breaks down how to play the 3 games. But honestly, Letter Match, I think it's just matching the objects, and spell and score, and crosswords. So not super excited about this one, but I am super excited about this. The Bally Astrocade, if you see the system in the bottom left, had the numpad on the system itself. And then the controller you had a trigger and then an analog joystick at the top. So whenever you wanted to play the games, I thought first you had to get near the console to push the buttons in to select the game. But thankfully, I had someone in the comments tell me about this cool trick, which it blows me away, but check this out. So at some point in 1981, we got Letter Match, Spell and Score, and Crosswords for the Bally Astrocade. So before, I was pulling the system over to me and then pushing the buttons on the keypad. But on the controller, you can push the button or the trigger on the controller and then use the analog to select the numbers of the keypad. And it goes through, you know, all 9, even though we don't have that selection. But I can select it without leaving the comfort of my couch. So cool. It still doesn't mean this console is better than Intellivision or Atari. All right, so if we want to play a game like we say Letter Match, I select that one, and then what difficulty? Same thing I can do. Pull it up. Boom, look at that. I have the whole number pad right there. So we'll do difficulty 1, and then number of players. It's just me here, so 1 player. And then, is this just... Oh my gosh, yeah, it's just a match game. Where's the D? Or the W? Oh my gosh, we found the W. Wow. Yeah, nope, sorry. I did play on easy, but this one is, the spell and score is literally a spelling game, and then crosswords, it's a crossword game, which I would say it's had something, but Letter Match and spell and score, it's mainly for educational purposes. So for all the games we played up to this point, I'm going to say 0.5. Of all the games we played, it's down in the broken range. All right, so let's move on to our next game. All right, we're now on the Apple II, and this is Lords of Karma. We have Lords of Karma on both the Apple II and the Atari home computer. Now, Lords of Karma is a text adventure game. This one is unique because it's trying something that's never been done before, and it fails miserably. I'm going to do just a brief overview of Lords of Karma. Here's the front of the box and back of the box. We'll be playing on cassette tape, and there's the advertisement flyer. At the time, this game cost $20, whether you're on Apple II, the Commodore PET, or the S80, or no, TRS-80. It must have cut it off. And there's the example of the cartridge. We do have the manual for this one, and the manual is going to break down the lore of the game. It explains the rules because it's an adventure, well, they call it an adventure game, but it's a text-only game where whenever you start the game, you're in the central square of Golconda, and you type in what you want the computer to do, like move north, like typical text adventure games. Don't get frustrated is what the manual says. Keep trying different things. Most of the fun is learning what you should do by trial and error. Remember, the computer is stupid and has a very limited vocabulary. That is what majority of text adventure games are in 1981. The computer is stupid. Thank you, Lords of Karma, for pointing that out. I think they did that also with the other Avalon Hill game we played. Empire of the Overmind. So for special features, how do you move around? Got it. Inventory, got it. The manual, though, is going to break down. Okay, we don't care about loading, but after we go past loading, Avalon Hill, questions about how to play. Oh, it doesn't break it down here. So the manual just gives you an overview of how to play a text adventure game. Okay, so we're going to load this up, and you'll see why this fails. Of all the text adventure games we played, the good ones are the ones that are written well. They have a good lore, and you're interested to continue playing as if you were going to read a good book. This one, though, has to deal with you making choices on good choices or bad choices, i.e. the karma. But they it's so cryptic that you don't know what's a good or bad choice. So the whole point of the game is to obviously make choices that lead for good or bad, which is awesome when you think about it. It's like, wow, there's morale in the game. That's ahead of its time. No, it's not, because they don't make it very easy, because the text parser is, like they said, stupid, or the computer's stupid. So they don't do it very well. Oh, did we not go any further? Hello out there. We're ready to play. Well, I'm not going to give this one any more attention. We'll go right to the Apple home computer. I mean, the Atari home computer. So for Lords of Karma, this is Lords of Karma for the Atari home computer. I know for sure this one will load for us. There is the box. It's such a shame, because the company, the publisher, does a fantastic job with marketing for it. I mean, check it out. It looks like quality software, but man, is it not? And another reason that I would bash the game is I look at the reviews of the time. If people back then couldn't stand to play it, or they say it's bad in 1981 and 1982, then I am all for the reviews. So just a quick taste. I know I'm not really setting up the game very well. Everyone's not excited to play Lords of Karma now. But as it loads up, it just goes right into the text adventure. You're in Golconda Central Square, and if I want to look, it'll say you can go north, there's a gate, south, east, west, up is the sky. I can look up at the sky. You see Golconda's, okay. And then you can also get a brass farthing and go to different places, get farthing. You pick up the brass farthing, and then we can go north, right? You go north, and then it says we're at the north gate. If we look, then it tells us all the directions we can go. And what we see, looking down, we see the ground. So the presentation is the usual for text adventure games, but to do a game that relies on morality, but you don't even execute it correctly, is very, very frustrating. And this wouldn't be the last. We're going to see a lot of text adventure games that try to do puzzles that are way too difficult for the purpose of just confusing people. So for the time, I'm going to give this one a bad rating. It's down there with the 1.5 stars. So of all the games we played up to this point, I'm going to say 1.5 for both the Apple II and 1.5 stars for Lords of Karma. And I don't think anyone's going to try to stop me. All the Lords of Karma fans, come after me. I dare you. All right, so after Lords of Karma, let's see what our next game is. We're back on the TRS-80 color computer. This is Lothar's Labyrinth. We don't have a lot of information, just a screenshot for this one. So let's pop it and play some Lothar's Labyrinth. With a name like Lothar's Labyrinth, you'd expect something like a 3D maze game or a dungeon crawler, but no. I regret to inform you, Lothar's Labyrinth might disappoint you as well. Please run, Lothar. I believe in you. I'm going to use that term, chiptune. We're playing every single video game. We're going to have so many coaster games. What do you think I put the 1-star rating as broken? Because we're going to have a lot of broken games. Ladies and gentlemen, Lothar's Labyrinth is a find the word game. Like they give you a bunch of letters and you find the words with all of them. So do we want to do one for, let's do all words. 4 words. Have patience. They're going to fit the words in. And we're going to crank the speed up on this sucker. So the way this works is it's building the board of all the words and putting them in. And I think I can skip it if we go. Skip, go. Do not pass go. Yes, okay, so it did it. So now it's going to give us the whole board, and these are the options. We can print out the puzzle, so you can have it on paper and do it the old school way, where you circle the letters like you did in school. Or you can keep doing this way, and it gives you all the commands of how to mark different words. If you want to look at the functions again, we type H, but there it is. This is it. This is all it is. It's just finding the words like you've done before. So it's a computerized hunt the word down, or whatever we want to call it. But Lothar's Labyrinth, no, that is not a good game. I would even say of all the games we played, oh man, yeah, it's 1 star. Lothar's Labyrinth. Too educational, but I will give you this. For all the times, as you have to think of yourself as an 8-year-old kid in 1981, of all the times you enjoyed doing those letters all on the screen, all on the paper, and you circle them, this is building it for you. It builds and creates it for you. The computer is doing it. The computer is magical. So I will give it that, but I'll also give it 1 star. All right, after Lothar's Labyrinth, let's see what our next game is. We're back on the Atari home computer, and this is Lucifer's Realm. Oh yeah. Now it's time to play a real text adventure game. Let's take a look at the box for Lucifer's Realm. This is by Jim Pearson. Jim Pearson also did another game we played, I believe, last episode called The Institute. And this is another one. So Jim Pearson's got something haunting his nightmares, possibly. Take a look at that box. Let's flip it over on the back. Leaving the mortal world, you are sentenced to hell for your evil deeds. You enter Hades to discover a revolution in the making, headed by Adolf Hitler. You must travel through the bowels of hell, dealing with the most evil mortals of all time. By cunning and strategy, you can bring Hitler to his final doom and find your escape from the fiery pit. That is how you sell a video game. Is everyone taking notes? All the developers in 1981. That is what I'm talking about. That makes me want to play and see what the heck is going. I can kill Hitler again in hell? That's awesome. Do we have any other pictures for Lucifer's Realm? No, we just have the disc, TRS-80, and also available for the Apple or the Atari home computer. Man, I got to stop confusing the Atari and Apple. Apple's going to get mad. All right, let's pop in and play some Lucifer's Realm, released at some point in 1981 by Med System Software. Yeah, we went from kid games, and then now we're going to hell in a video game. I mean, we're all over the place tonight. Here we go. Lucifer's Realm by Jim Pearson. 1981. I'm ready. All right, so visible items, we got nothing. We're in a hospital bed, very close to death. We have nothing in our inventory. Tubes run from your body. Okay, let's look. Tubes. Appears ordinary. The tubes run from your body. Now, the last time we played a Jim Pearson game, they said that for the Institute that we could type sentences. So let's say, look at tubes. Yeah, and they understand that. So the text parser is more advanced than the other ones. Yeah, the D&D parents were screaming to not play this game. I'd love to hear the ranting and raving for Lucifer's Realm. All right, so keep looking. Oh, here we go. Okay, Jim Pearson did this before. So the last game in the Institute, I would type the same thing and look around at stuff, and then the game would just change. So now a doctor's talking to a nurse. Look at doctor. Appears ordinary. The doctor's still talking to a nurse. What about listen? Can I listen? He says he's dying. Listen. Oh, I don't know what I did. Did I die? Oh, that's right, because the game begins and now I'm dead. You're in front of a podium amidst glowing clouds. Your life passes in view as you die. No way, we died. A bearded man is at the podium. Look at man. Appears ordinary, a bearded man is at the podium. Talk to man. He says, judgment is at hand. The record of your life is in my book. Okay, so I'm at glowing clouds. So I bet we're going to do something and then get thrown from heaven to hell. The record of your life is in my book. Look at book. Bearded man's at the podium. Okay, we'll talk to him again. He says your life was full of evil. The path for you is clear. Uh-oh, it doesn't look good for us. Looks like we're going to Lucifer's Realm. Talk to man. Uh-oh. Oh. This game is crazy. We start in a hospital bed with tubes, we die, we go to heaven, and now we're getting thrown in hell. But by the way, this is one of the very first times we've been thrown in hell in a video game, and it won't be the last. Oh, we're definitely in hell. It's red now. You're on a ledge above a fiery pit. A horrid voice says, "Welcome to my realm." So let's look. You see nothing special, and we're in hell. Look at pit. That's hilarious. It's full of fiery patterns. All right, can we move anywhere? We have no visible items. Can we go north? What happens if we can't go that way? West? No. East or south? East? No, we can't move anywhere, so we'll just keep looking. See nothing special. Look at Satan. Satan appears appears ordinary, and there's nothing special. Nothing special about Satan. Look at Lucifer? No. Look at ledge. A crack is in the ledge. Go to crack. Use crack. Really? You can't even use crack? Okay, this is a fantastic text adventure game. Please, everyone, if you're live in the chat, just start giving me things to say, because the more things we can say, I believe this game is going to give us a fantastic story. Walk off ledge. A crack's in. Okay, walk on crack. You don't understand the crack? Is the man still there? Look at man. Is the man still there? No. So now we're on the ledge. Walk off ledge. The crack is in it. So we have to figure out what to do with the crack. Oh, I tried down. You don't understand? Go down crack. Man, everything I type just gets more and more inappropriate. You're on a ledge above a fiery pit, and there's a crack in the ledge. Open crack. You can't. Why can't I open the crack? Look crack. It's just an ordinary crack, man. Talk to man. To whom? See, we were with a guy that obviously had to have been Satan, but now we're not with the guy. So if we just look again, is it just the... No, we just see nothing special. We're on the ledge above the fiery pit. Open crack. Look in crack. Nope. Okay, we hit crack. There we go. Hit the crack. You don't understand? No. But I guess when we're in hell, everything doesn't work. Can we jump? Ooh, it worked. We jumped. You land back on the ledge. The crack widens. Whoa, okay, sweet. Let's jump again. And it widens again. And they're having a color. Uh-oh. The crack widens, and it's getting different colors. Keep jumping. Jump. And jump in crack. You land back on the ledge, the crack widens. So we're just jumping, but it's... and the colors are changing. Jump, crack. Oh, wait, it didn't even understand that, but it still did it. All right, what about look? Look here, crack. You see nothing ordinary, nothing special. Go crack. Go crack. Oh, you don't understand go crack? I can just keep jumping and the crack widens. Open crack. You can't open the crack. Look at crack. So I'm opening it up, but I can't go any further. Enter crack. I think I've said the word crack so many times. I feel like I'm really in 1981, where there was crack all over the place. You're now on a ledge above a fiery pit. Jump in pit. No, I'm just opening up the crack bigger and bigger. Release the crack in. Oh, man, I love it. Well, honestly, I would love to continue and keep playing because of Jim Pearson's The Institute, and because we are in hell. Look at the ledge. Let's see. A crack is in the ledge. Jump in crack. You land back and the crack widens. So I'm just widening the crack, but I'm not able to jump inside of it. Go crack. Down crack. Oh, man. Well, I still had a blast, and I want to keep going and playing Lucifer's Realm. So Jim Pearson's doing something right. Of all of the games we played up to this point, and of all the text adventure games, man, if you want to go and play a game where you get to go in hell and then kill Adolf Hitler and a bunch of other people that are in hell, then this is the game for you. So Lucifer's Realm, I'm giving you 4 stars. It's not up there with the best of the best. Nah, we'll say above average for this one. We'll say 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars for Lucifer's Realm. It is not your average game. It is definitely above average. Oh, wait, we got someone that has the walkthrough? Okay, so, what time are we at? Oh, yeah, let's do it. Walk through me. Let's go. I want to see if we get to hell, and I want to see what happens if we see Adolf Hitler. Let's go. We're doing it. If we get even further, we might even rate it higher. We'll see. But if you think of it, 1981, we didn't have all the answers. This is all we got. So I just can keep looking at the... It doesn't matter. I think I can just keep looking, right? Oh, no. Look at tubes. Look at doctor. Listen. Listen. Oh, here we go. It's time to die. Life passes before you as you die. Talk to man. Judgment is at hand. Look. Oh, no, don't talk to him again. Talk to man. Uh-oh. Talk to man. Doesn't look good. Here we go. We're going back to hell in 1981. It's exactly the way I thought being in hell would be. Lots of dots all over the screen and flashing lights. All right, now let's look at hell. Nothing special. Can we just jump right now? Yeah, there we go. Crack widens, jump. Okay, so the crack is now wide. Now let's do climb down. Oh, here we go. You're in a small pink tiled room. The room is half full of water and a crack is above it. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's already filling up with water. Look at water. An object is below. Look at object. It's a chain. Get chain. It's not a visible... What? Pull chain. What? Pull chain. There we go. You're in a muddy cave. 2 doors are here, and a hole is above. You fell through the drain. Man, who knew it was this difficult to get to hell? I thought you just fell down. You're in a muddy cave. 2 doors are here, and a hole is above. Open door. You're in a tunnel. A door is north. So is that where we came from? Can't go that way. Go south? No. East? You're in a damp, misty cavern. Go east again? Oh, okay, so now it's starting the maze. I see. Yeah, now we're in the tunnel. Now we're getting to the usual text adventure style of it. Gotcha. Okay. Well, appreciate the walkthrough. I still do want to continue to keep playing. Of all the adventure games we played, it is very, very fun. Yes. Changing the colors up is great. All right, so for Lucifer's Realm, it still stands. It is not your average video game. It is definitely above average, 3.5 stars for Lucifer's Realm. That's a blast. All right, so let's continue and press forward. Let's see what our next game is. We're still on the Atari home computer. Here we go. This is Lunar Lander. Another Lunar Lander game. Let's take a look at the box for Lunar Lander. Wow, they went full on. Nice artwork for the front. This is by Adventure International, Jack Moncrief and Mike Wall. At least for the first version on the TRS-80, the Atari version was ported by someone else. There we go, Jeff Jesse. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And just like Adventure International, they tell us all the stats. Who gets to play on this? What's the average completion time? 5 minutes. Hey, it sounds like something perfect for the show. Any other artwork we have for Lunar Lander? Yes, we do. We have 2 different covers. I came across 2, and I honestly don't know which one is the first one or not. It's possible that one was for the TRS-80 and one's for the Apple II, but there you go. 2 different covers for Lunar Lander, and then the back is the same. We'll be playing on cassette tape. All right, let's pop in the cassette and play some Lunar Lander on our Atari home computer, released at some point in 1981. Time to load the cassette. Is it weird that that's now the usual sound, and I'm used to the cassette loading like it's perfectly normal? I've been in 1981 too long. All right, Lunar Lander. Use the joystick to pick level, hit the trigger to start the game. Oh, that's so cool. So I got my Atari joystick plugged in, and I can pick what kinds of level I want to do, and then boom, hitting the red button. Let's go. Let's play some Lunar Lander. Oh, very cool. It's all controlled with the Atari joystick. Love it. Go. Go up, up, up. And what's very strange is I'm actually not used to the controls. When I move the joystick the way I want to go, it fires the rockets the correct way that you would want to go that direction. But I've been playing Lunar Lander so much that I'm used to pushing the rockets on the right side of the ship for the ship to go left. But in this one, it's doing it based on when you move the joystick, it's going to fire the rockets to make you go the way you said you want to go. So it's supposed to be easier, but because I played so much Lunar Lander, it's not. I'm used to using the firing off the rockets on the correct side. That's crazy. That they're trying to make it easier, but because I played so much Lunar Lander, I can't get used to it. Nice and easy. Touchdown. There we go. A successful mission. Hit the trigger to continue, and we keep playing on this difficulty level. Looks like yes. That's true, they do. Is that the Little Dipper or Big Dipper in the background? All right, let me see if I can switch up the... Nope. Okay, so I'm hitting the option button and the select button on my Atari computer, and nothing's changing for it. Oh yeah, they're both there. Too cool. So nothing is allowing me to go back to where I was before. Let's see if I do. Yeah, no. So once you pick the difficulty level, I'm not familiar with how to get back to the main menu to select again, because the hitting select button or option on the Atari computer isn't changing it. Oh, sweet. You can push up on the joystick or the red button to fire retro rockets. So either one. So yeah, now that I am used to the controls, this is the easiest to control Lunar Lander game we've played thus far. Oh, yes, touchdown. Oh, maybe we just have to die and we blow up and then we can pick a different difficulty level. All right, let's just do terrible. It's time to crash. Oh yeah, this is great. While graphics look simplistic, it's awesome. Playing on the Atari with a Atari joystick using the controls like this is great. Oh, that's when you hit really hard. Oh, nice. When you go even harder, you get an extra animation at the end. That's fantastic. All right, trigger for another game. Do we get to pick our difficulty? Yes. Okay, let's go really hard. Oh, come on now. Commander level. It's time to play some real Lunar Lander. Whoa! No way! That's awesome. All right, here we go. One thing that doesn't do that the other Lunar Landers have done, and we've seen, is it zooms in when you get close, and it's not doing that. So, like we can see, I'm getting close to the walls here. Come on, nice and easy. 1 pixel at a time. I want to run out of fuel. There's no way. Just by a pixel. Well, they did warn me. Oh, come on. Commander level. Commander, you can do it. I don't think I can. Oh, yeah, it is very, very fine-tuned. But I'm not blaming the game. It's really because I'm going in too fast. You have to be very particular about it. Take your time, which is the idea of Lunar Lander. So I accept the challenge. I love it. Most likely, though, I'm going to land on platform with 3 instead of 6. All right, let's do it a little slower this time. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Don't waste all the fuel here. Nice and easy. Wow, it's so tight. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'd still keep going and try. Definitely, lots of fun. All right, so that's Lunar Lander. Of all the Lunar Lander games we played, it doesn't zoom in like the other ones, or the arcade started off. But it does have the different game modes, and the controls, though, are the first time Lunar Lander said, I want the ship to go left, so I'm moving the joystick left, and then the game has to figure it out. Which could go both ways. You could be the kind of person who wants to fire the retro rockets in the correct place, and then the ship makes the change it needs to. So you could argue that it's too arcadey, but I say it's fantastic. Really cool for the time. So definitely above average of all the games we played. This Lunar Lander is excellent. 4 stars for sure for Lunar Lander. I love it. All right, and now, if you thought that was great, let's see what Lunar Lander's like on the ZX81. We have no information for this one, just the screenshot. So here we go. Let's go to England, playing some Lunar Lander, released at some point in 1981. Wow. How are we going to play Lunar Lander on the ZX81? And this really goes to show the difference between the computers we had in North America and in England at the time. So your ship is in orbit above the moon. You must land it safely using the throttle controls, and that's keys 1 through 9, and altitude controls P and Q. The motor fires in the direction in which the tail is pointing. Changing altitude or attitude turns the motor off. Your orbital speed is high. You must control this. Whoa, they're going very much simulation on this one. Attitude set in 16 quadrant vertical, etc. Hit new line to start. Okay, everyone get that? Let's go. Okay, so it's called Lunar Lander, but it is not Lunar Lander. It's doing what the ZX81 could do at the time, which I believe we are the spaceship that's falling down. Does it now start? Oh, you pick so you're selecting the numbers, and then as the spaceship falls, you're making the changes just by putting the numbers down on the screen. So you can see how much time's gone by, how many seconds, and then you're firing the rocket. So yeah, it's extremely simplistic. Wow. So not what I was expecting. Really not Lunar Lander. It's a completely different game, doing what the ZX81 could do. So, of all the games we played up to this point, man, it's low. I'd say broken considering the other games, everything else up to this point. Just putting in the numbers. We know there's no joystick or way to control the ZX81, so you're doing the keyboard only, and that's membrane keyboard. So, oh man, let's say we're giving this I'll say half star. Of all the games we played, it's way down there. Oh, okay, so this is like getting a preview of the Lunar Lander before the arcade Lunar Lander. So this is a throwback to the other throwback. Gotcha. Too cool. Yeah, and while we're not playing mainframe computers on the show, we're aware of the mainframe games. A lot of the times we run into a video game, and it's the first one we've ever played, but I'm already aware that it's not. It was played first on Play-Doh or one of the other mainframes. So the idea was already out there, and people have already done it. Like we played a game called The Black Sage, and I was blown away at how cool the game was because it was the first one we ever saw. But it was basically a MUD that's already been available for a long time, and we'll be seeing more of that as well. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of our evening tonight. We're going to put our video game playing on pause. We got so many more games to play. We're currently in the L's, playing all the games we couldn't find a definite release date for in 1981. And we're going to continue pressing forward, playing every single game. No game will be left behind. And like I always say, if you get thrown in hell, make sure you jump down the crack in the floor. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we miss any games along the way. This video would not be possible without RetroArch and Launchbox. Please tell your friends there's some crazy guy out there trying to play every single video game. You can always check out Chronologically Gaming on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We will catch you next time.